So picture this. It's 1961, and President John F. Kennedy stands before Congress, and he declares, "We will put a man on the moon by the end of the decade." Impossible? Well, that's what everybody thought, because the technology wasn't ready and the path was unclear. And yet, 8 years later, and I remember this well, Neil Armstrong stepping onto the lunar surface, and he says, "One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind." Well, why do I share this? Because a clear, compelling vision doesn't just move one person, it can move the world. And when a Christian leader catches a God-given vision, it doesn't just change lives, it impacts eternity. Well, welcome to today's episode. I'm Dale Sisam, and I'm privileged to lead Harvest Network. It's a family of churches and leaders passionate about advancing God's kingdom. And we exist to walk alongside leaders like you, leaders with a vision, but maybe who need clarity, encouragement, maybe even a tribe to run with. Well, today we're diving into how to communicate a God-given vision with power. Because if you can't say it clearly, you can't lead it effectively. Helen Keller once said, "The most pathetic person in the world is someone who has sight but no vision." And I know that hits hard, especially for Christian leaders, because you were created by God on purpose for a purpose. Of course, we don't fully understand the purpose until we are born again and aligned with His calling and His purpose. Proverbs 29:18 puts it very bluntly. Where there is no vision, people perish. See, vision gives direction. It fuels passion, it builds movements, and without it, we're just drifting. But with a clear vision, you can lead others. You can lead them toward a future that will glorify God. So, how do you share that vision in a way that sticks? Well, let's break it down into 3 key steps. First, you have to say it clearly. As a Christian leader, your job is to articulate what God has shown you about the future. So let's clarify 2 terms to keep things really simple. These 2 terms are often used interchangeably. That's vision and mission, but they're vastly different. You see, a vision statement is about tomorrow. It's the preferred future that God has placed in your heart. While a mission statement is about today. It's how you'll make that vision a reality. Now, here's the deal. If your vision isn't memorable, it won't be repeatable. And if it's not repeatable, no one's going to run with it. Habakkuk 2:2 says, "Write the vision, make it plain, so that he can read it and run with it." Make it simple, clear, shareable. That's our goal. See, your vision will rally people around a purpose, whether it's to plant a church or launch a new ministry or maybe to send you on a mission field. Write it in a way that anyone, your team, your church, your donors, even a stranger, can hear it and get it instantly. Secondly, say it compellingly. Clarity is great, but a vision has to move people. See, ideas alone don't inspire, but stories do. A God-inspired vision will carry conviction, and conviction is contagious. So ask yourself, who's this vision for? Is it for your staff, your donors, your volunteers, your congregation? Well, tailor your message to stir their hearts. Let me share a quick story with you. Nearly 40 years ago, and that was a long time ago, my wife and I felt called to plant a church, but we had no idea where to go. We were praying. But then out of the blue, 2 people, completely unconnected, pointed us to the same city in the same week. Well, we prayed about that, and then we shared that story of how God was leading us with others, and something amazing happened. People caught the vision. They prayed, and they gave, and then they joined the mission. And that church plant didn't just survive, but it thrived far beyond anything we could have imagined. Why? Because we didn't just share a written plan. We shared a story that made the vision real. See, share a story how God called you. What were the circumstances? How is God unmistakably leading you? What's the story behind your vision? Maybe it's how God spoke to you in prayer or orchestrated certain events like He did for us. Then, share a story of a life that's been changed because of your ministry. See, stories will make your vision stick. All right, thirdly, say it passionately. Because if you're not fired up about your vision, then why would anyone else be? See, passion is the emotional fuel that gives your vision legs. It's what keeps you and your team pushing through challenges. People don't follow just dry plans, they'll follow fire. I think of Martin Luther King Jr.'s I Have a Dream speech. It wasn't just words. It was a vision that was delivered with heart and conviction and urgency, and it seared the hearts of people and moved a nation. And if you can share your vision, don't just read it with notes, but feel it. Let your team see the spark in your eyes. Let them hear the tremble in your voice when you talk about what God has called you to do. See, passion will turn a good vision into a great one. So let me end with this thought. When you share your vision, context matters. It's not just a nice list of ideas that you hope God might work out if God blesses them. No, vision is God's direction. It's a clear path that He sets for your ministry. It's a strategic framework, His marching orders for us to follow. And because of that, we can obey then with all of our heart. We can pray for His blessing, and we can then pour every ounce of energy and resources we have into it. So how do you communicate a God-given vision? Number one, say it clearly. Make it simple and memorable. Number two, say it compellingly. Use stories to stir hearts. Thirdly, say it passionately. Let your fire ignite others. And remember, this is God's vision that we are called to steward. It is His marching orders that we are to follow. So here's your action step this week. Take 15 minutes to write your vision in one sentence. Make it clear, make it bold, and then practice sharing it with someone. And see if their eyes light up. And if they don't, well, keep refining it until it clicks. And at Harvest Network, we're here to help you sharpen that vision and run with it. Because we believe in the calling God has placed on your life. And we want to walk alongside you. Well, if this episode has spoken to you, then please subscribe and share it with another leader who needs encouragement. Because you never know who's waiting for a spark to ignite their vision. Until next time, lead with clarity, lead with passion, and lead with kingdom-sized vision. Hey, thanks for joining me. I'll see you in the next episode. God bless.